Gone. Could it be that the Thunder is hours away from selling out its season tickets? Oklahoma City NBA fans waited a couple months for the franchise to pick a team name, and then season tickets sell out in a couple of days? From the Dodge Sports Desk, I'm Mike Sherman. He's Mike Baldwin, and we're talking NBA and OKC. It's seat selection week at the Ford Center. Mike, you spent some time there yesterday. And the whole process really feels like a more restrained, more organized Black Friday. You know, the day after Thanksgiving, doorbuster sales for NBA tickets. Is there anything going to be left on the season ticket rack by this time tomorrow?
Well, that's why you said week. I think it's going to be 2 days plus part of Wednesday, and that's what's mind-boggling, is the fact that they are going to sell out of their allotment of season tickets, which who knows the roundabout number for average fans, 14,000 in 2 to 2.5 days. I mean, who would have ever dreamed that Oklahoma City, there's always talk, could they support a team? Not only can they support a team, the real question is how many could they sell if you had, unlimited seats and you had a gigantic arena that seated 50, 60,000? We don't know, but we know that there's definitely more demand than supply.
Tell us what you saw. You were down in the arena, you talked to a lot of people, but you saw areas blocked off, you saw those little T-shirts over the seats, this seat taken. Now tell us what you saw down there that struck you.
Well, a lot of people complain that corporate sponsors are getting all the good seats. Well, they give a lot of money and they get some of the good seats. But yet, I did see a couple spent $52,000 for some, mid-court, some of the best seats in the house. Spent $52,000. I mean, me and you.
Yowza.
But on top of that, a lot of people were going up to Loud City. Some people were trying behind the goal where the guy with the brick used to sit. There were some of those available. But as the day went on, when they reported to us at the end of the day, 85% of the lower bowl was gone by the end of the very first day. And so that means by probably noon or 5 o'clock today, all the lower bowl will be gone. Then they'll start going up to the club level. My guess is all the club level will be gone by the end of Tuesday. So they're going at a fast rate. And then tomorrow, if you got a seat tomorrow morning, you might be lucky and you might get some seats, but they'll probably be up in Loud City. As
you've written on News OK and in the Oklahoman, there's people with appointments for next week early. And what you're saying is those will be appointments that'll be canceled.
Right. We're talking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the next Monday will all be canceled. The one thing they are promoting, and if you are losing a little faith, you're hearing from friends that you can't believe how much whites down at the Ford Center is. They are blocking off, and now sounds like 4,000 for corporate, group, individual, and here's the key word, mini pack. And they are now going to limit mini packs to only 8 games and 4 tickets per customer. A lot of the people that will get shut out on appointment times, my guess is, will get 4 8-game mini packs. I can't guarantee that everybody will get 4 tickets of 8-game mini packs, but I think a lot of people will. So that's not what they thought they were going to get when they signed up a month ago, but at least I think they're going to get to see 1/5 of the season in some good seats. They'll be on the waiting list, first come, first served next year, similar to what the Packers and Redskins and other teams do. And so I think there's going to be something for them. It's not going to be what they wanted, but there'll at least be something for them out there.
Think about this for a second. Waiting list for NBA season tickets in Oklahoma City. I'll take you back. For those of us who followed Oklahoma City's relationship with the Hornets for those 2 years, none of this really is all that surprising. At one point, Michael Wilbon from Washington Post and ESPN's Pardon the Interruption called Oklahoma City the Green Bay of the NBA. So the response has been incredible. But has this week really answered any questions in your mind about what this city and this state's abilities are as far as supporting a major league franchise?
Oh, without question. The number one thing is they can definitely support a team. All these tickets flying off the shelves this quickly. And as we found out yesterday, for 4 or 5 seats on the Hollywood Nicholson seats, it's only $500,000 or $1 million or $500,000 for 4, about $1 million for 8 or 9 down there. So some of them are expensive. As I just said, some fans bought 4 for $52,000 plus 2 more up in the corners down lower bowl. So there are some expensive seats. But what Clay Bennett and his ownership group did was they wanted to make sure there were 11,000 tickets for $50 or less in the arena. And that's this kind of market, and the people are just buying those kind of tickets. So I think they tried to bridge both. The sad part is they don't have enough tickets for everybody to go around. But the one thing I think that was most evident all the weekend, all the stories we worked on, is Mayor Mick Cornett said that a lot of people buy these out of civic pride. They're not huge NBA fans. They want Oklahoma City to do well. I think that was evident when the Hornets were in town.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's even more evident now. They become NBA fans, as some of the Hornet people did. You can talk to a lot, especially, I'm not just picking on the ladies, but a lot of ladies go, I'd go to a few basketball games. It wasn't that big a deal. But then the entertainment between timeouts, just seeing how good the players were in the league, seeing how excited the crowd got. It's more of a college atmosphere than most NBA cities. I think it captivated those people, and I think that's part of the reason why we have this land rush right now is people got hooked in the Hornets, and now more and more people want tickets. It's going to be interesting. The one email I got today, what if they're bad again? Because they had the second worst record in the league. Well, that's what we're going to chronicle the next couple months is what kind of team are you going to see. You've got a nickname now. You've got tickets. You've got an 8-game mini pack. It's going to take them a couple years, I think, but what will the city do if they struggle a little bit? And that's going to be sort of the developing story throughout the season is I think they'll be better this year, and we're going to chronicle that on a daily basis. But what would the fans do if they go and they show up and every night they're losing?
Somebody's going to be sitting in a seat, as you saw yesterday, that sells for $104,042. That's what the Hollywood seat price is.
You're giving them a discount? It's $105,000. You're giving them $1,000 discount. It's crazy, isn't it? $105,000. I mean,
the Nicholson seats. You're sitting there. I guess you're talking to Kevin Durant. I mean, that's part of the appeal. They're shooting free throws. He's got his hands on his knees, and there you sit talking to Kevin Durant.
Like I said, 4 of those is $500,000 for one season. We're not talking lifetime, one season. So, yeah, we'll have to see who sits in those seats, huh?
Right. Okay. A reminder: you're watching the NBA and OKC from the Dodge Sports Desk. Mike, lost in the rush for season tickets was the fact that, hey, there's a name for the team now. It's the Thunder. That logo, you were there when the logo was unveiled last week. You've been talking to a lot of people since then. Is it growing on them?
I think it will. I think just like we talked about Cubs 100 years ago, you're named after baby bears. You eventually adopt the team you're named after, and like PJ said, what kind of product we put out on the court will take the pride factor on whether people rally around the name. I think at first everybody is probably split down the middle, half and half, like it or not. I like the blue from the state flag. It sets it apart, but yet unifies the state. It's the entire state, like they said, it's 13. I mean, that's the color on our flag. I think that was the one thing that was not released early that I think everybody's going to fall in love with is it's not the orange, it's not the red from the 2 college teams, it's the blue from the state flag, and I think everybody will adopt that.
Okay, Mike, so team name, check. Season tickets, check. What's the rollout schedule for the rest of the things that are going to lead up to the start of this season? Uniforms, mascots, dance team name, and meet the players. Give us a little bit.
By the way, the early rumor is Thundercats for the dance team. I don't know that. I don't know if that'll work or not. It might, and that's our early guess. We don't know. No inside information, but that's the leading candidate. 3 weeks from today, they open training camp. 3 weeks from yesterday, on the 29th, I think it is, or 28th, they're going to have their first preseason media day for all the media to come and meet the team, and then the following day they start practicing. And so before then, I think that's about when the uniforms will come out. Is that sort of like a grand
2
kickoff?
weeks.
3 weeks. My guess is they'll tie it into training camp somehow. The dance team and all that will be in the next couple of weeks, but there's no rush until you start playing your first preseason game. So I would say at the end of the month, everything's going to start coming from the dance team to the mascot, and obviously the team is starting to trickle in already, working out over at SNU. Some of the players are on individual workouts, so we're getting close. I mean, it sounds like into October, early November when the season starts, but a lot of the employees from Seattle are here now, and a handful are back for the WNBA team. Some of the players are trickling in for individual workouts. We have the nickname. We're going to have the arena sold out by Wednesday. We're getting really close to 3 weeks away from this thing being a reality instead of will they ever move? If they move, how will they be supported? We're getting really close to this thing getting going.
Well, listen, to follow all the news from the NBA OKC, check with newsok.com, NewsOK TV, and Every Day in the Oklahoman for the best news and analysis from our coverage team.